Hey, Oz, what the hell is going on, my friend?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just coming back off of the coattails of last night's show. What a great show. We had
Oh,
Atheist Chris Atlee. Who else did we have? We had your brother Kyle,
yep.
Mr.
Dr.
Mr.
Josh. Dr. Josh.
Yeah, Mr. Dr. Josh. Well, he calls himself a doctor. I'm still yet to get that email with his credentials. And Rob Yannock, and what a fantastic show talking about important topics. But we even had yourself and Jeff pop in to chat about the subject matter. But what takeaways from that show, man?
There were a lot of takeaways, but the biggest thing for me is, from us being an atheist channel platform, last night was a great display that we can have four different people, and actually more than that, but four different people from two different, very different worldviews, religious views come together on a very important topic and just have a great conversation, a civil conversation to help people, help humans. And I thought that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was actually refreshing to see the dais, if you will, chat amongst each other. Wasn't anything to do with God belief. It was more to do with, we have a topic at hand, it's an issue, can we address it? Can we talk about it civilly? And Tart's the platform for that. So if you guys want to come and talk about dumpster fires, you guys can kick rocks. We want to have civil discussion sometimes, and this is the show for it. Now, Oz, I got something for you actually. I put it's not anybody going to jump out of a cake or anything. You're good. I'm gonna a picture of you from the past that I'm going to put on the screen or anything like that. You're good. Just so you're aware.
Okay, that's good.
No, I pull videos from TikTok, right? And TikTok is a fun place to be.
Ooh,
and it's a great place. Yeah, Uncle Clyde is on TikTok. So I find this video. This young lady's on TikTok asking questions from a point of view to atheists, and you can only cram so many questions in 60 seconds, or 59 to be precise. Right. And I figured I'd play the video, and maybe you and I could take a stab at answering the questions.
Well, let's do that thing.
You want to do that thing?
Let's do that thing.
Yeah. Let me play it real quick.
Sorry I disappeared for a while, but I am back with questions I have for atheists. Were you always an atheist, or did you used to follow a religion? Do you still celebrate any of the holidays, like Christmas? Why did you stop following a religion? Do you think there is any chance of a possibility that there is a God? Are you still spiritual? Do you hate religion, or do you think it's good, just it isn't for you?
Great questions, right? When I heard that, I was like, man, I got to steal this video. And
yep. Very good. Very good questions.
Yeah. Would you like to take a stab at some of these with me? I actually put them down here. So let's take a look at this. Were you always an atheist?
No.
Well, what's that word you call me, you son of a bitch?
I refer to pasta as the cradle atheist.
Well, I take offense to that. I just if that's the term for never believing in a god or gods, then I guess I'll accept it. Well, I've never believed in a god or gods, but you did, right? At one time?
For majority of my life, yeah.
So how long? When was the turning point where you said, "Nah, I'm good"?
Well, I just turned 29. I meant 39 last month. So about 35 years of my life, 34, 35 years of my life.
Gotcha. I think when I was a child, like when I still believed in Santa Claus, I probably would have thought that there was a God, whichever God my mother believed in, because I was raised by my mother. But as soon as I knew that Santa wasn't real, the whole anything that that kind of fell within that realm died. I figured it was all a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where we differ, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's amazing for me now. I just had this conversation earlier today that I look back at it, now how invested I was into, that faith or that belief system, and that now it's so hard for me to believe that I believed, if that makes any sense at all. It's hard for me to believe that I believed.
Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to the guys in the chat. Thank you, P. We definitely want to mute Oz. Maybe after the episode tonight, I'll actually mute him. And our one and only head honcho, he's the head honcho in charge of the moderators, not just on our channel. He's one of the head moderators on the Discord as well. Grumpy old cuss, man. Big shout out to this guy. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Don't make Grump take you to the dump.
No.
Dumping bodies.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, hey, look, check this out. Did you or do you celebrate holidays? I'll let you go first again. Go ahead.
Yeah, we celebrated all the holidays. And the one that sticks out to me growing up as
wait a minute, hold on, pump the brakes. Your evangelical, conservative family did the whole Halloween and everything.
I was just that's the one I was getting ready to go to. So even on Halloween, we got to do the trick or treat thing, but there were no zombies or monsters or
why though?
Freddy
Kruegers.
Why?
They're in your book, so why wouldn't they?
I'm just like, we could be athletes. Like, I got to dress up as Cal Ripken, or we could go as Peyton Manning, per se. Like, we could do all that. We just couldn't dress up as something quote unquote evil. So we got to do the holidays. Halloween was the one that there were some caveats.
Gotcha. Well, g'day, pastor, and this is the good pastor that was with us the other day. If you're gonna support a pastor, support an atheist pastor, because
for sure,
yeah, Chris Attlee is the man. And jump on over. I don't even care if you guys pop out of the stream right now, as long as you come back. Pop on over to Chris Attlee's channel and smash that subscribe and like and hit the bell for alerts, because Chris has got some superb content and he's a great dude.
And Pasta, I know you agree with me, but for anybody that's on the feed now or later, if you know who Darth Dawkins is and you want to see Darth Dawkins get destroyed, just go check out the atheist pastor's conversation with Darth Dawkins, and he just annihilates him. But I digress.
True. And if you like youth pastors that hold talent contests on Sundays in their church, check out Pastor John. No, but the holidays are interesting, because I did have all the holidays growing up. And I still do. I still have, because I don't even think Christmas isn't even really it's not technically a Christian holiday, is it really? I mean, Santa Claus, what's Santa got to do with the Bible?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be about the birth of Jesus, but
hold on, is that what it's supposed to be about?
That's what it's supposed to be about.
No, I didn't. I'm now finding this out because I thought it was Santa. But anyway, I do Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, St. Valentine's, Father's Day. I do Father's Day. I do what else do I do? My birthday. I do my birthday still do my birthday. But hey, I digress. Let me check out what we. Okay, so this is for you only then, Austin. Why did you stop believing?
The Bible. The Bible. And I know people don't necessarily like this term anymore, but I removed the lens, the lens of being taught and indoctrinated into like when you read this book, this is how you should interpret it, and this is what this scripture means and what these words mean. I removed all that, and when I started reading the book, and just through Genesis, it's like, hold on. First of all, we have a talking snake. I already have problems. Then we move further along, and there's a God asking a father to kill his son. Now I have a problem because I'm a father. We keep going. We get into Exodus, and now God is like really cool and actually promoting slavery, and I'm not for that. Like, I'm not hip with that. I'm not down for that whatsoever. So I didn't even get out of the first like 2 or 3 books of the Old Testament, and I was already done.
But let me ask you that. But hang on though. That doesn't have anything to do with belief. You're saying now you're disagreeing with your God though, right? You just don't like your God. You saying I want out of this group, or when did you question the belief?
Well, that's what made me question my belief was in that book, because that book is supposed to be the blueprint, or the instruction manual, the owner's manual for being a Christian. And when I started going through that and started realizing that, hold on, I'm believing in this book that's supposed to be my pathway to this God that show me all these very obviously evil things. Why am I believing this? How did I believe this? Why should I believe this?
First of all, the Old Testament is nothing but a genocide manual, is what it is.
Agreed.
You follow me? But if it's not kind of obvious that it's written by man, God is created in the image of man, not the other way around. So if you started to think of it in that perspective, and that's what got you to disbelieve, then I understand. But if a lot of people, they still the way they talk is almost as if they still believe in God. It's just they don't like it. They're just like, I don't like the idea of this anymore. But they still technically hold on to the belief in a sense. It's like they want to quit it. They want to quit the religion. It's like they found out their boss is a jerk, and they're like, I don't like him anymore because he condones slavery. But I'm like, yeah, but do you not believe it anymore, or?
Right, and that's for me. I was raised to believe that that book was the step-by-step booklet on how you become and continue to be a good Christian, right? And if that is my step-by-step manual, that's my booklet, that's my success guide, and I can't get through the first 2 or 3 books without being heavily conflicted on just basic moral issues like, murder or incest or child abuse. That's one thing. But then we also interject talking animals and a bush that just erupts in fire and starts speaking. We start putting those things together. That's what started to deteriorate my belief in this God, or I guess eroded my faith.
Good. So that was your turning point, if you will.
Right.
Well, man, at the end of the day, I'm goddamn proud of you, man.
No, I appreciate that, and I'm proud to call you my homie.
Yeah, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. What up, dog?
What up, dog?
Yeah, what up, son?
And I'll be dropping them bars. Dropping them bars.
Hey, if anybody can flow, I know where to go. You heard me? Hey, look, is there any possibility there is a God? I'm going to go first on this one, okay?
Go.
I don't know. I doubt it, but I can't say. Because who am I to be that arrogant to know the answer to that? Have you ever seen like what we are on the earth, like what Pasta Mike and Oz would look like from up above? We're like a tiny little speck. Like to think that we would know what the heck's going on up there. I'll tell you one thing though. I'm pretty confident. Like my confidence, like Anthony Magnabosco, Mr. Magnabosco. He uses the confidence scale, which I think is a very good tool when you're using Socratic questioning.
Absolutely.
He'll say, well, my confidence level is very, very high that there isn't a God that gives a shit about who you fucking sleep with or how you dress, or what food you eat or anything like that. But as far as like some kind of higher power, I don't know. So there's my answer.
And I align. I'm not arrogant enough to say I do or don't know with an absolute truth. I don't think any human being should say that, but unfortunately some will. As an agnostic atheist, just like Pasta, I know you hold that position. I don't think there is. I'm not convinced there's a reason to believe that there is. But if somebody does have evidence, I'm willing to listen. And here's the other thing that I'll throw down on this, being a former Christian, is I'm open to listen to your evidence. And let's say you have evidence that actually demonstrates and proves that there is a God. And let's say that it's Yahweh God, the Bible God. I can tell you that I might even still say that, okay, he exists, but based on the data that I have, the literature that I have, that describes the actions and the way that God handles his creation, I still will not serve him. I'll acknowledge that he's real, but I will not serve or follow a God that is cool with mass genocide and slavery and basically telling women they're worthless. Like I'm not, I'm not in line with that. So I would even go that much further.
Cool, man. I'll be there with you. So this is a loaded question, but I'll take a stab at it. Are you still spiritual? So were you spiritual when you were, let me pull this up real quick. Hang on. It's an interesting question.
Let's get spiritual. Oh, that's not the right song. It's Physical. Sorry.
That's right. That's the wrong. Hey, look, do I need to do a deep dive on that song?
Not tonight.
Are we going deep? Are we going deep tonight?
Hey, real quick pause. When you said that at the beginning of the show last night with the guys, you said, have you guys heard before, the four of you heard of a deep dive? And they're like, and I'm in the background dying laughing because I know exactly. Anyway.
Hey, look, I think secretly between you and I think Chris Attlee knows about a deep dive. I think the atheist pastor has been to Bondi Beach a few times and gone on a deep dive. That's just between us.
That deep dive though.
Yeah, that deep dive though. Look, relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. I don't know if I've ever been spiritual, man. I got to admit, I don't think I've ever had this before. Have you been spiritual?
Upon that definition, I would say yes. I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think any Bible-believing Christian would say they weren't spiritual, just based on that definition. But now, am I still, according to the question, am I still? No, I don't. I don't believe that there is a soul. And it's funny because T and I were, my wife and I were talking about this tonight, as far as her and I, when the day comes that one of us will go before the other, obviously.
Oh, definitely. What do you mean? Whoa. Definitely you, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know I'm going first.
You probably don't have that much longer.
Oh, I know I'm going first. I'm a smoker. I'm a drinker.
What's your blood pressure like?
Actually, my blood pressure's good.
I got 911 on speed right here on speed dial.
but one's going to go before the other, and I have terrible habits, so I know I'm going first. And she even said
100%, definitely.
She's
what's my confidence? Did you just ask me? Hold on. Did you just ask me what my confidence level is that you're going to go first? Yeah, absolute certainty. Yeah, I got a brute fact coming up.
And she said it tonight, and I love that we're having this conversation because this was a real life conversation that my wife and I just had tonight, and she even said it, as a lifelong atheist, or a cradle atheist, as you hate to be referred as. But she even said it. She was like, I love that I could have the thought that I would get to see you again after you died. I would love to have that thought that I would still get to be with you forever. Like, I love that.
She loves
But
that. You guys
she
just
lo-
got you literally just got married though.
well, hold on. I'm not, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but you just
absolutely.
got married though.
So, and I love that. I love that thought too. But you know what?
No.
You know,
Sometimes
you know,
it's going to change though. It'll change.
well, fuck you. No, I'm kidding. But,
It's going to change. Yeah. Come on, get it out.
but what I really appreciate is, at the end of the conversation, both her and I being atheists, being skeptics, and being realists. It's like, that's a great thought. But at the end of the day, we were born, and boom, we were born. We live, and we either have a great life or we suffer or whatever. Then we die, and then we're not born. Like, we're just not here anymore. And we just have to enjoy every single moment that we have here with each other, with our friends, with our family, and do that, because that thought is amazing, right? The thought of that would be amazing. But the problem is, there's people that actually believe it, which I actually think is counterproductive. I think is borderline traumatic, that when somebody dies, they believe that they're actually going to see that family member again. I think it's traumatic. You know,
it's understandable though. What you're getting at is, it's understandable why people think that. It's comforting. It's the security blanket that they need. Nobody wants to think you switch the lights off and you're just done, right? All this shit that we've been doing, all this, think of it like this: all that TikToking you've been doing for all those years, all the YouTubing, and then you never get to think about it again. It'd be a shame, wouldn't it? No, it's unfortunate, but science suggests otherwise. So you're not spiritual? Because I don't think I've ever been spiritual. I don't even think it makes sense. But anyway.
No, I gave you a long-winded version just on my conversation with her today. But no, as of today, previously, yes. As of today, I don't believe in a soul. I don't believe in a spirit. I believe we were born, we're here, we live, we love, we suffer, we enjoy it, and then we're unborn.
Do you know what is good, though? Soul food.
I love soul food.
Soul food is delicious.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I just did steak, mashed potatoes all night tonight. All night.
What you mean you did it all night? I don't understand that. You did it all night?
I did it. I ate and I did it.
I don't even know if I want to do a deep dive on that. We're going to skip that one.
Oh, now all of a sudden you don't want to do a deep dive? Now all of a sudden you don't want to do a deep dive.
Steak and mashed potatoes? Hey, do you hate God? Do you hate God? That means you gotta believe in him to hate him, right? So that's a nonsensical. That's just don't ask me that question.
Yeah. So as a former theist / Christian, I absolutely hate that question. No, I don't hate God. I don't hate your God or their God or anyone's God, because I don't believe that they exist. So I don't hate them.
Hey, do you know what you normally don't hear when I'm producing and directing backstage?
What's that?
Yeah.
Cheers. I can't see you, but what's that on my cup? What is that on my cup?
Oh, a little tart.
Little tarty tart?
Little tarty tart.
Ooh.
So I got the last question here, Austin, and I think it's a pretty good one. I think the last one is a good one. Is it that you don't believe, or is it just not for you? So, this is one of those things I would ask a new atheist. It's kind of tied into that other question that was earlier. Like, why did you stop believing?
Is it that you don't believe, or it's just not for you? Well, I can tell you that for 30 plus years of my life, I thought it was for me. So I don't know that I would buy into that. I think it just comes down to, I just lack belief. And Until there's good evidence to suggest that a God exists, I lack belief. That it is what it is. I don't think we have to overcomplicate that.
Yeah, is it that I don't believe? I don't believe. I have a disbelief in a God claim, in all of the claims, any claim of a God or deity or.
And I guess to answer, Pasta, answer and you tell me if you agree with this, or is it just not for me? No, yes, I lack belief, and it's also not for me. Just like the belief in any other fairy tale is not for me in real life.
I must admit, like the element of certain religions and things are clearly not for me. So I'd be if certain religions were true, and then I could answer the second part. I'd say, yeah, they're not for me. But I simply just don't believe in any of it. So
it's not for you. That's what I'm saying.
So the second part doesn't even come into play. How could it even be for me if I don't believe in it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a natural sequence. So I lack belief. So no, it's not for me. I think they tie into each other directly.
Well, I'm saying the second part wouldn't even exist in the chain of events for me because I don't believe in it. Therefore, I wouldn't even be presented with the fact that I'd be able to be in the religion. Why would I be in a religion if I don't believe in the God of that religion?
Right, and fair enough. I'm probably taking that as a former believer, where now mine is I don't believe. So because I don't believe,
yeah, you still pray
for me.
You still pray at breakfast sometimes. You forget. Hey, dude, you know who Peter Boghossian is, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. So he was on episode of the Ruben. He's a cool cat. He's a cool cat, man.
The cool cat, bro.
He's a cool cat. He was on an episode of the Rubin Report recently, and I got a clip of it. It's an interesting clip. I want you to listen to it, see what you think.
Fuck shit, God.
No, but it brings up an interesting fact, right? We talk to a lot of guys. We engage with a lot of theists. Like your brother was on last night, and he's a cool cat, Kyle.
Cool cat.
And we could have so many different disagreements, but it's hard to have logical conversations with somebody that adheres to the illogical.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your views on that?
Wow, I have a lot, but it is. If I can go back to what I said earlier, to start off. It's hard for me now to believe that I believed it. So I have to start off there because I once was a believer. Now having certain conversations with certain people, it's very, very difficult to have those conversations because they can't make the connection that they're literally staking their lives and their quote unquote eternity on a book that has a talking snake, which the video was just talking about. That's why I'm going to that. There is no rationale. There is no grounding. There is no just simple, logical processing in that. It's just faith. And it's almost, for me, with that being my family, sometimes it's mind-numbing. It's mind-numbing that I can't get them past the fact that you are talking in 100% biased through faith. Like you're not talking about real life. You're just talking about faith. And that's probably the most difficult part for me in having those conversations as it is today, present day.
Yeah, I got you. And I wanted to just backtrack because I'm now getting the chance to look at the chat. Mr. Randolph Richardson's here. Good old Randolph. And I think he was wondering who I was.
God.
Yes, Randolph, how dare you, sir? No, but he made a good point. I just wanted to bring it up. It is possible to hate what a character represents without believing in that character. That's a very good point. With the whole, you may dislike the God of the Bible and complain and make suggestions about the terrible things it's written about that God, but also not believe in the God, which is a very valid point.
And I agree, and I actually do. Pasta, if you can pop that comment up one more time, just make sure I'm speaking authentically. I think it's possible to hate what a character represents without believing in that character. Yes, so I do 100% hate what the God character and the Bible, especially the Old Testament, what that character represents, and I don't believe in it. But it's more so that I hate what that character represents because of the impact of that character in modern day society and where we're at, and the fact that we're having all the turmoil that we're having, especially here in the States. We're having all the turmoil we're having, but yet we have, was it 52 or 53% of our population here in the United States that are Bible-believing Christians.
Hold on, whoa, pump the brakes, dude. Don't be spitting facts that might be incorrect. I think it's higher than that. You said 52? I think that...
I'm being generous. 52, I think it's 52, 53%, something like that.
What U.S. demographic on Christians?
U.S. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Well, dude, you got fact check McGee right here. Give me a second.
Okay. Well, fact check McGee is going to bring it up. So I was shooting low because I'm always going to be. I'm going to underdeliver and overshoot.
Dude, but you're live on the internet. Don't just spit fake facts at folks. You know.
Well, no. Well, no, it's not. It's not fake. That was the last thing I read was in the U.S. I'm talking about Christian, not just spiritual beliefs or religion. I'm talking about actually Bible believing Christians was like 53%, something like that.
Well, actually, I think I might have been wrong, but I didn't say it as a fact. It's it might be less actually, which is it's a good thing. But I thought it was more. Why was I thinking that there was more Christian in the U.S.? Pew Research Center is the best place to go, by the way.
Well, that's what Pew is what I thought I read was 52 or 53% the last time I read it.
Let me see. It says here on Pew, due to the popular YouTube channel Tart, the Christian populace has decreased heavily by 50% in the last 6 months. Wow. See, you got to give facts, Austin. That's why I get disappointed in you.
So what are the real numbers?
Okay, it says both. Actually, let me see if I can pull this up. God damn it, Austin. You're making me work. I wasn't supposed to be working tonight. You can't be spitting facts. What are you going to spit facts out for? I told you no facts. I said, don't be spitting facts on air with your little tiny cup. Big man with a small cup.
The last one I saw was like 51, 52 to 53, 54% were Christians. And look at that Tart cup. You can order that on the website.
What am I looking for here?
I don't know, but I can tell you over half the population of the U.S. has been cited as saying they're Christians. Whether they ever read a Bible or not doesn't matter.
Here, look, right here, 65% of American adults describe themselves as Christians when asked about their religion, down 12%. And this is 2018 through 2019. 65%, Austin. Jesus Lord. Jesus Lord in heaven.
Okay, well, guys, we've established that it's 60 to 65%, and I have no idea why I even brought up the statistics now. So now we can move on.
I'm docking your pay, by the way. for that.
I'll take another drink.
But getting back to the matter at hand, 65% is not as bad as 66%, though. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, those Muslims are on the rise. You know what I'm saying? They're coming up. They're catching those Christians up.
Don't tell a Christian that. Don't tell a Christian that. They don't want to hear that the Muslim faith is the fastest growing religion in the world. In the world, they don't want to hear that. They hate that.
No, there's a lot of controversy between who's the top dog of the monotheistics. You know what I'm talking about? Even though it's the same. I mean, same genocide guy, right? Isn't that the same?
It's the same Abrahamic God, and none of them can get it right, and they all want to argue over all of it. Whatever.
Okay, real quick before we go into the next segment, you have to choose Muslim or Christian. Go. You're going to be one tomorrow.
Atheist. I ain't choosing either of that shit.
No, but hey, look, you live amongst a bunch of folks, more than half the populace of the U.S., your neighbors, your family even, that probably believe that that cup is tiny. They probably believe that bushes can self-combust and chat. That there's a sassy donkey that gives you back sass, and that there's some slithering serpent. Now, get this: that was not only a talking snake. If that isn't believable, it was actually a demon disguised as, like, it was a devil. Let's up the ante a little bit here. It was a devil disguised as a snake that could talk. So, I don't believe in talking snakes. No, that's a little bit far-fetched. Oh, no. It's not that. It's a devil in disguise as one. So there's people that walk around that believe this stuff. So you have conversations with them. How do you feel about that?
It's some of them are funny and entertaining. Others are very frustrating, because they just they just refuse to actually examine evidence. They refuse to examine truth and the things that are put in front of them. I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, and we went through or started to go through, what would be street epistemology, and then they're like, well, no, I can't explain. I can't explain how something is rational and irrational at the same time. And I was like, oh, great. Well, if you can tell me what is rational and irrational, or what is love and not love all at the same time, please demonstrate that to me. And like, well, that's a God. Huh? I said, okay. So then demonstrate that God to me, because if God is both rational and irrational, he's both love and not love, and he's above those things, demonstrate that God to me. Like, I want to meet this God, because I don't know any other person that can do both. I don't know any other thing that can do both. And it's those conversations with people of faith, no matter what faith they come from, that's just sometimes frustrating and other times entertaining or mind-blowing all at the same time.
You got the best outtakes on some of this stuff, dude. I got to give it to you.
Well, I included you, or not included, but I shot you, or I sent you screenshots of a couple of the group text messages that I get involved in, really on a weekly or bi-weekly basis from my Christian family, that are just out fucking outrageous.
Yeah, and what was my response to that?
Pops was like, "Can I be a part of that? Can I be a part of that? Like, I'll not say anything else on YouTube, TikTok, anything. I just want to be a part of that text message."
I want to be in that group. That group looks so fun to be in. Like I've never been a part of those groups before. I'd love to be in a chain group, like a group text message where I'm involved with people that believe men could live to their 950. I've never been in that before. I'm like, hey, I'm going to Kroger. Do you want anything? Oh yeah, and Noah was real. I've never had that.
Well, so the listeners know the screenshots I sent to Pasta. I had family members of mine. There was somebody else in our family that had some health issues going on, and everything came out on the positive side, the good side, which we're all thankful for, right? Like we want the good outcome, but then there's like, Pasta. You saw there's like at least 2, 3, maybe 4 of them. They're like, oh, let's throw this in the devil's face. We're overcoming the devil. We're beating the devil. We're conquering the devil. No, that's medicine. That's medicine. That's science. That's no. It wasn't the devil. You not overcome the devil. We just use science and medicine to beat illness. That's what we did.
I want to go on record and say that that's your family that you're talking about. Okay, so
it's mine, absolutely, and I'll talk.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. They believe in zombies. So look, Austin, let's talk about what we got coming up here shortly, and then you can
Let's get it.
And then you can go about your business here. Okay, so we just had Jeff. Now, guys, if you know who Neil the 604 Atheist is, one of Canada's most infamous atheists. Got beautiful. I think got a beautiful. Austin. Hello.
I was giving you background vocals. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because it was oddly sounded like you were interrupting me, but no. Neil has got like this beautiful gray mane. Have you seen Neil's hair? It's like a mixture of adorable and hideous at the same time. And he took his bandana off one time. He came on the show, took his bandana off live on air here on the Tart Show, and he's not bald underneath that bandana. It is like a thick, I want to say it's like a horse's tail, like a stallion's tail, and it reeked of testosterone. As soon as he took his bandana off, it was like a male peacock. It was gorgeous. It really was. But Neil came on the show, and he's recruited every Tart member. He's got Jeff was on last night. So if you guys want to go watch the replay, and Jeff is the weasel-faced troll that comes on our show sometimes. And then who take over, Oz? Who we got next? We got Ben.
Every time you refer to him as a weasel-faced troll, I can't do but laugh. So on the 11th, we have the one and only from Truth Wanted, Objectively, Dan, that's going to come back onto the channel. And we're going to blast with him. And then Pasta lined up a huge show with Mac. And if you guys don't know who Mac is, if you're on TikTok, at Counter Apologetics, that's going to be an awesome episode. We're going to have a blast with him. And then Ben G, the Bruce Lee of the SE, will be with Neil on the 604 Atheist podcast show. So we have those things coming up here soon, and more and more and more. If you go to the website, there's other things coming up, and we have some stuff. Pasta behind.
Hold on. You want me to go ahead and just hit more events so it goes over?
Oh, you can do it.
Yeah. So we've got Jesse Pond. Now Jesse's a really cool theist that appears on the Empathetic Atheist show. That's a plug. So the EA show is run by Justin and Wes, and my good buddy Bryce Aroni. They're over there at the Empathetic Atheist show. Go like and subscribe to those guys. Now Jesse is a regular on the after shows. He's a Calvinist. So if you're not familiar with Calvinists, they presuppose that everybody knows God exists, and that if you're an atheist, you're suppressing the fact that God exists, but you do secretly know that he exists. So we got Jesse coming on to tell us that we're all liars, but he's a really nice guy, though. So Jesse's cool as hell. We've got Jenna Belk and the friendly neighborhood atheist, which is Ethan Michael. He's coming on the show. Now that show is mental health issue again, and that's going to be with Oz. Oz is going to be chatting with those guys. And then on 24th, who is this, Oz? You booked this show. I'm not even familiar with who this is.
So
I might have to go and vet this person. I don't know who this is. Who's this?
So she is, I forget her username on the Discord, but she has become prominent on our Discord with Jeff. And she was formerly part of a cult.
Okay, well, that's where she's banned. She can't come on the show. So okay. I'm going to kid him. I'm kidding. I'm joking. So the 25th. Oh, 25th, we got
who dat?
We got Chris Attlee. All the way from a really tiny little island off the coast of New Zealand, like a tiny little teeny tiny island off the coast of New Zealand called Australia. If anybody's heard of it, it's where Noah first stopped and dropped off all the penguins and a couple of kangaroos. Chris Attlee's coming on the show. Great guy, super dude. I think I mentioned him earlier. And then Grumpy, the old cussing bastard. He comes on the 31st. He's one of the best supporters of the atheist community on TikTok, Discord, and nearly everybody's show on YouTube. So we're doing something with him. I wish Grumpy would come on and co-host a bit more with us, Oz. Get in his ear about that.
Yep. I have no problem getting him on. And I think it's actually very fitting that he wants to do his kickoff live the weekend of Halloween. So I think we might all have to dress up that evening.
Hey, John Anthony's talking shit about my award-winning Australian accent. I got a fantastic Australian accent. What's he talking about? I do voiceovers in Australia. I do the voiceovers for Jim Dundee. When
guess what, Pasta?
What?
You know what John knows? He don't know about nothing. He don't know shit. He don't know shit.
Yeah, John and I are gonna have some problems if he doesn't wise up. You know what I'm saying? Like John, we could go toe to toe soon.
He don't know shit. He don't know people. He don't know Jesus. He don't know nothing about nothing. And thanks for tuning in.
Hey, but seriously though, let's get John Anthony on the show as well, so we can have some fun with John. John's a good dude.
Well, I'm actually, he doesn't know this, but there's it's you can't see it. There's a whiteboard right here. I have about 4 or 5 debates that I'm trying to line up, and John is on one of them. He just doesn't know that yet. So.
Hey, I have asked the wonderful and gracious No Hair Mama Bear, but she respectfully declined. I would love to have her on. She's got a great story, but she'll come on when she's ready. I got a funny feeling.
Yep, I was about to say, when she's ready, we'll have open arms. Absolutely.
Yeah. I got a funny feeling she'll come on when she's ready. She does some pretty cool live streams on TikTok and garners some pretty cool attention.
No, she's mad love. She's amazing. Absolutely.
Maybe we could do a grumpy cuss Mama Bear, little Cupid's arrow, little, you know what I'm talking about? I could do a little heart background. I could do I could make a little cool. Yeah, little love is in the air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Anyway, Austin, thank you for chatting with me tonight. It's been great. And we didn't have it. Oh shit, Murder Shed Steve always try to jump scare me like that. God damn it, Steve. But hey, thanks for chatting with me, my friend, and I appreciate it. We got some good shows coming up. And do you have anything else to put out before I hit those credits, my friend?
No, because I know you're going to cut me off anyway. So love you guys. Peace out.
That's not true. But that's not true, though.
No, thank you guys. Everybody that supports our channel. Thank you so very much. And now the super chats are enabled. Let everybody know. Let everybody know. We're live. We're doing it. And Pasta, thanks for doing this tonight, hanging out. And we got a good month ahead of us. Let's do it. Let's do it to it.
Oh, hang on. Whoa. Rewind. No Hair says, "Hey, Pasta, I have decided I am agnostic now, so pretty soon."
Ooh.
Hey, don't you tease me with a good time, Mama Bear.
No, her Mama Bear, she knows something about something.
She does. She knows what she's talking about.
She knows something about something. Now, Grumpy, he know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm thinking about Grumpy. He pushed that date out because he wanted to grow his beard back. That's what it is. he shaved his beard off by mistake, and he's growing it back. That's what it is. I'm on to Grumpy.
Oh, and Pasta, this is more for you and those that help produce the Tart Show. They'll appreciate this more than probably anybody else. But on Wednesday, for the first time in 6 months since the Corona shit popped off, I get my first shipment of contacts so I can actually fucking see what's going on screen. Because like right now I see like my face and Pasta's thing, but all the chat shit, I'm blind.
It's going to be
all blur.
You know, it's going to be so cool. You're going to finally realize that I have not been on camera for 6 months.
And I'm going to realize like, oh God, I'm fucking uglier than I even thought I was.
No, you're not. You're a good looking guy, but you do have some beady looking eyes, like some shitty Christian looking eye. Like you still look theist in the eyes. I can't wait.
Look,
yeah.
Those eyes, they look like snake eyes when they're the skin's coming off. What's that called?
Yeah, J.A. was actually thinking that you were going in a different direction with your package.
J.A. would wish he could have my package.
You're going to get a lot of awkward silences from me. You're expecting laugh tracks, but no.
No, no. From you, I do not expect laugh tracks from you.
Well, dude, thank you guys in the chat for popping in. Been a great, quick 53 minutes. And until next time, stay secular.
Stay atheist.